Dave Bazzucchi here, and David's been a frequent guest on Mad Money. And David, I'm going to go right to it. I'm going to say that I'm going to use a Jeffries piece, so it's not me. So we have a kind of a not me versus you. They call this, is it transitory? And they're talking about the slowdown they see, or canary in the coal mine. Now, I know that you felt that there was no real slowdown, but we have to deal with this concept that are you a pandemic story after all, David? Are you that kind of story? Let us know.
Hey, thanks for being on the show. As always, reaching out to our community. We're coming off an amazing January. We had DAU growth north of 30%. Our 17 through 24 segment in January grew over 50% year on year. We have India and Japan, two of our key countries, growing over 100% as we're lapping COVID from a year ago, January, where we were all locked down. We thought it was an amazing January.
All right. It is amazing January when it comes to growth. But when it comes to free cash flow, it was a step back that last quarter. I was looking for more than 150 million. You came in at 77. Why can't you make more money?
Yeah, Jim, we have so many opportunities to increase monetization on our platform. We're not really touching advertising. We're not touching 3D immersive shopping on our platform. We're being very gentle on monetization relative to quality user growth, creating a safe and civil platform, and driving our DAU numbers. So we are focused on user and engagement growth. That said, our economy is scaling very nicely with our user growth.
Okay, well, let's talk about hours. A lot of people felt the average hours be 11.19, comes at 10.88. I'm worried about hours. I also tell you what I'm also worried about. I'm worried that when kids were home, they were playing with each other. Now they're at school. You mentioned that the weekends are good, but the weekdays not as good. You know, David, what I felt when I listened to this was I got very enamored of Roblox. I should stay enamored. The NFL deal's terrific. Stay enamored. Banks deal's terrific. But don't get so enamored because the company's going to spend a lot of money, kind of like Netflix did, kind of like Amazon did, for a pot of gold, hopefully at the end of the rainbow. Isn't that an accurate depiction?
Yeah, Jim, the money we spend, Jim, is primarily on product and engineering, and all of the people on our platform that we've got during the last year, it's been very, very sticky. We're actually glad that we're getting back to normal. That affects our hours relative to DAUs. But the people we brought from COVID are still with us, and that number is growing very rapidly.
David, we mentioned the deal with the NFL on Friday when we were out in L.A. for the game. Can you talk more about it? And maybe, I don't know, is this a situation where it creates a deeper experience during the season, or is it a way to elongate the season when there aren't actual games to play?
Yeah, this is a new category, 3D immersive experience where people do things together. We're very early on the way brands can reach people. We had 12 brand deals this year, 6 music concerts. We have brands like Gucci Gardens where you go to the virtual installation. We have brands like Nike and Vans where you get to wear the products and experience them. And then the NFL is just another early sign of some of the things we'd like to do in the real world, doing in the digital world. We're doing a lot of work to make these scale, to make them self-service. And over time, of course, the monetization opportunities are really large for this.
But, David, let's say you're a shareholder and listening to you. My instinct would be sell because, frankly, you don't care about the thing that's really working for right now, what's driving stocks higher, which is a profit well ahead of when people thought. So what do you say? I mean, do you say, hey, listen, don't worry about it? Or do you say, come back some other time after we spend all the money and we're dominant?
Yeah, I would say DAUs growing all around the world, cash flow growing, and we're making positive cash flow. So we are a positive cash flow company. It's somewhat unique, and that's growing over time.
But the cash flow speed of growth is declining, David.
Yeah, so I would say over time that cash flow will continue to grow. And, think about it. We are making a wonderful balance here where we've shared over $500 million with our developer community. That's growing as well. So we're very bullish on the next 2 years, DAUs, hours, and our bookings. We're very optimistic.